I don't know about you guys, but something about FC26 right now, it just feels refreshing. Obviously, the new transfer cards and the lower rated cards, the slower power curve, but the gameplay, I'm loving it right now. One thing more than ever, compared to previous years, the variety of players, right? This is the main content account. Of course, I've got some pretty good cards here, but even on the RTG, I'm using silvers, gold commons in sweaty rival games, and they're genuinely flying. So in this video, we're going to go through the best players in each position, a little bit different to how we usually do it. In previous years, we've been doing top 10s, top 5s. I think it's a little bit too early personally, and as I mentioned with the variety and how many good and fun cards there are right now, I kind of wanted to be a bit more broader and cover more players in each position. So that's what we're going to do. For the best place to buy FC26 coins, look no further than MMOEXP.com. And when you're at checkout, do not forget to use my code Morsey to save yourself 8% off your entire order. Link in the description. So kicking things off with the goalkeeper position, I got a little bit, I say lucky. It's a silver lining, right? Because I wanted Thierry Henry, Ibrahimovic, R9. There's a lot of heavy hitters, but I got a genuinely usable card and probably usable for the foreseeable. Oliver Kahn is my goalkeeper, so if you've got him, you should be playing him. And for this video, guys, you don't need me to tell you that the likes of Mbappe, the likes of Buffon, Casillas are good in game, okay? That's obvious. So we're going to try and keep it a little bit more respectable with the budget. We're obviously going to skim through some expensive cards here. We're talking like 300Ks around that price bracket. But for the majority, I'm going to try and keep it respectable, cover super cheap budget beasts, but also your mid-range players like the 10 to 50K marks, just to help you guys out on all budgets. So goalkeepers for me, and there's two certain goalkeepers that have just been a pain to play against. Carneshi here, this guy, boys, oh my days, I can't stand him. I can't stand him. So many people are using him for that chemistry link to the Serie A and also Ademola Lookman. They play for the same team. But something about this guy, he just absolutely he's literally a shot stopper, mate. He's saving everything against me. And 1v1 close down base playstyles there. I think he's really good. If you're in the Serie A kind of team, you're looking for a couple of chemistry options, this is your guy. Trust me on that one. Same with David De Gea, also a decent shout. I think you can't really go wrong at this stage of the game with these 84, 85, 83 rated cards in goal. Mamadashvili. 6'6". I wonder if it's because he was so broken on last year's game as that shapeshifter that they decided, you know what, let's give him that extra juice this year, because he is a nightmare. A little bit difficult to get on chemistry unless you've got an Ekatike in Liverpool players, maybe a Kvaradona, Kvaratskhelia if you want to kind of link it up that way. Same nation, of course, or just an out-and-out Premier League team. But for majority at this stage of the game, goalkeepers for me are mostly looking at chemistry that they can provide to the team. Of course, stats matter, height matters, and also base playstyles I think are quite important. Ligon, for example, this guy, very popular right now. He's got footwork as well as 1v1 close down, which might be, in my opinion, probably two of the three best playstyles out here. If you can get a far reach tucked in there as well, you're flying. Those three right there are playstyles to look out for in a keeper. So Ligon, this is your guy. I also really like Matt Sals. He played about 35 games for me, I think, in the Premier League team at the start. Just a really solid, reliable keeper. He's got far reach, which is quite nice, considering he's not the tallest at 6'2". He'll definitely help you reach those far corners. Juan Garcia as well, another decent option for the La Liga kind of setup. So as I mentioned, chemistry, of course, as well as height and also base play styles. And an honourable shout out, right? I'm an Arsenal fan. We're putting the bias aside. Spurs fans, your keeper is pretty good on this game. Right, so let's start with the defence then, boys. And for right backs, Reece James is my guy right now. Just really good. He offers so much on the pitch. He's not the quickest, but he's physical. He's great in the defence. On the ball, the passing, the link-up play you could create with your fullbacks is there. He does have quick step as well, which will help with the speed, partnered with Bruiser. Stamina, 70, but he does have relentless, so it's kind of weird that his stam's really low, but he's not going to get tired. It's an interesting combination from EA Sports. Really good option for the Premier League. A little bit premium because the game's been out a few days and it's a 40k SBC. But if you can get around that, definitely would be recommending. Okay, so right backs, and I think Hakimi is going to be the guy when it comes to meta. Just, he offers so much, man. Look at the playstyles and those PSG premium links. But of course, a little bit pricey. Jules Koundé, definitely more affordable and always a solid shout, especially if you go in La Liga. Like Jockey Plus, great at the start of the game with this man. And he was overpowered last year, so no doubt he's going to be brilliant this year as well. But they are expensive cards, so let's talk a bit budget. I packed Bonmati. I got super lucky, right? Strong link on a Battier in here. And dude, she's good. Only 5'3". I wouldn't stress too much having the smaller players at fullback because she's fast and a nightmare and really quick on the ball. So under pressure, you can break out quickly. And if you do pack a Putellas, a Bonmati, maybe a Salma, this is a nice chemistry link to get easy chem. Cancelo's the guy, right? He is definitely the out and out best pick when it comes to Saudi fullbacks. Cilia is spoiled for choice. Dumfries and Di Lorenzo. This guy, bro, it's every year now, he's just going to be an absolute battering ram. Super physical, agility and balance aren't the best, so if you like utilizing your fullbacks for kind of building up the play, maybe not the best option, but as I said, like this year more than ever, the less agile and heavy dribbling stat cards are still usable. They can still move on the ball, so he's going to be really good. Di Lorenzo, if you're on a serious budget, we're talking 1 to 2k, this should be your guy. And he can also play centre-back, which is interesting. Marcus Llorente will be a good option once this card is out of packs, but right now, unless you've got some serious Wonga kicking about and you get this card, he's not quite attainable, right? Jeremy Frimpong. Now, this is probably one of the most popular options, especially for the Premier League. I see it. You might get put off by the defending and physicality, but when I mentioned speed being important, it definitely is, and it makes cards like this just super usable. Even though he's not physical, he's got 47 strength, he's not going to be shoving players off the ball. The speed, the dribbling, just means he's always going to be there. Like, you might get round him, you might win a shoulder-to-shoulder duel, but he's quick enough to get back and get in front of you. And that definitely means a fair bit at this stage of the game. He's got a slide tackle, that's it for the defensive playstyles, but I like the look of this card, man. I think he's really good for here right now. Let me know if you're using him, by the way, and let me know if there's players I miss in these positions, because I probably will do, let's be real. Some slightly lower rated cards here. Livramento, really good super budget pick. Ola Aina, good as well. Also like John Klaus if you got a Ligue 1 setup, which is decent. Walcott I've not actually used. Let me know if you tried him out and he's any good. Malo Gusto, once again, speed is king at this stage of the game. And talk about speed, Diogo Dalot and Mateus Nunes here, really good, man. This was my first right back this year. Just cracking, mate. Like, he could do it all. He can carry the ball at speed, but also defend. Similar in a way to Frimpong, lacking defensive playstyles for Nunes. Diogo Dalot was probably the most broken right back for me at the start of last year. That club member reward Evo, they made him like 84 rated. Mad. This year, still very good as a 79. And that's going to be the right backs then. So let's make our way to centre backs. And the obvious heavy hitter for me is Big William. Anticipate gold this year. Same as last year, just really, really valuable, man. And it's noticeable when you're 6'4" and just really good with the defense and physicality. Like, it's a combination that I like. And a lot of people struggling with defending. If you do have a premium budget, this is a guy to look for. Equally so Konate. I don't prefer him as much as Saliba, but he is still very usable. 6'4" lengthy, a little bit slower, but just a brick wall. He's a unit. He's like a double-decker bus at the back, basically. Lacking defensive playstyles apart from Aerial Fortress, but he does have the bruiser base, which is nice. Now, centre-backs. There's a lot of really good centre-backs at the start of the game. There always are options for different leagues that have a very similar mold. Of course, the premium here, your Yap Stams, he's insane. Marquinhos, really good, and partner him with Pacho, who's the other PSG centre-back who we'll check out shortly. Like, this man always gets overlooked, by the way. I don't know why. Like, previous years, he's been super cheap. Jockey, Intercept, Anticipate, Aerial Fortress. Maybe not the tallest, so that could be it, but I don't mind having a 6 foot centre-back. I think he's still really fantastic, man. Your likes of Rudiger, always solid. Tomori will be unbelievable once we can get there in the season pass. I'm yet to really start grinding, by the way, so a little bit behind. Bastoni, yeah, always probably one of the go-to for the Syriac kind of connections. Partner him up with a Bremer, who I'll quickly showcase now. I think he's here. I actually might prefer Bremer at this stage of the game, by the way. He's also similar to Konate. He's a bit of a fridge at the back, like just a serious, physical, big lad who's very hard to get past. Pacho, though, might be... I don't know. I think I prefer Saliba. But I think Saliba and Pacho, for me, might be the top two, like, I say premium options. I know there's more premium cards out there, but still, not cheap. 100 to 200k. He's got the Bruiser playstyle plus of Anticipate, Block, and Jockey. Yeah, you can't go wrong with this, man. And PSG this year, boys, it's so good. They've got so many insane cards, which makes sense because they've just had the best season ever, basically, for them, winning the Champions League, and Ousmane Dembele getting a Ballon d'Or. Upa, fantastic. Pavard, really good as well. Eder Militao, rumoured to be getting a Team of the Week as well, so keep an eye out for that. And I swear he got a Team of the Week at the start of last year. I swear he did. I might be waffling here. Stanisic, fantastic shout. Of course, was essentially free, right? A lot of you guys took him as an option there, which I do not blame you. I tell you who, actually, is a nightmare to play against, is this man. 79 pace. Vivian here. Intercepting long ball. I'm not actually too sure on his price, but La Liga, if you've got maybe a more budget option to fill there, Vivian could be a decent option. Ronald, always brilliant. Hancho, good as well. Hincapie, I played him for about 20-30 matches. I like having speed at this stage of the game in your centre-backs. It just helps with the speed of the game as well. I'm just going to load up Foot.gg to the side of me just to price check a few cards whilst I'm going through this. And as I said, usually we do out-and-out top 10s here, but I kind of want to keep this a bit more open. So Vivian, 7k. There you go, sorted. He's going to be a cracking centre-back. Hincapie, though, a little bit more premium, but still equally as good. This guy might be, I don't know what's something about him, boys, on the RTG and the main account. Just insane. Insane. If you're on a budget, look at him, man. Honestly, he's a decent punt here. Murillo as well, a little bit more premium. Mostly because you see the 80 in the pace stat. It definitely just adds more. Like, you look at a 79 pace centre-back and then an 80 pace centre-back, and just instantly the 80 pace centre-back is what you just gravitate towards. It's always the case. Let's talk about speed. Mickey van der Ven. Yeah, being 6'4" with 90 pace, 95 sprint speed. How much actually is this man? I'm intrigued. I need to check because I think last time I looked, he was a little bit premium for an 82 rated card. He's 89k as of right now at the time recording. You know what? It's probably worth it, okay? I kid you not. He's an absolute joke. Ibanez, if you've got a Saudi setup, you can't go wrong with this man. I think he is basically the guy when it comes to the Saudi options. And there's a few more cards I kind of want to touch on real quick if we scroll down here. Let me know if I do miss anyone for any of these positions, guys, because I'm definitely going to. Let's be real, there's a lot of really good cards at this stage of the game. I'm keeping an eye out for a certain man. Agbadu, not bad. It's not the guy I'm looking for, but he's not bad for the start of the game. There he is. This guy, compared to Van der Ven, I kid you not, I don't think there's that much of a difference, right? I've used both of them. I've played against both of them way too many times in my liking. This man's 60k cheaper. It's the speed, the power, like, really, really good. One thing I will say with these lower rated cards, though, do be careful picking them up now, because obviously we got rival awards this week as well, and we've got the official or normal release happening on Friday, so prices could fluctuate a little bit. Bassi as well, a good shout, but ultimately, there's so many good centre-backs at this stage of the game for every budget. All right, left-backs, Nuno Mendes, the guy, right? He's going to be the guy this year. I've got no doubts about it. That man and also Teo are going to be the two most demand options for sure, man. Like, I still play a fair amount of people rocking the Teo card. Chemistry isn't tough because he's French, even though he's in the Saudi League. I will say, though, I don't think he's as overpowered as last year, but he's still fantastic. Davies, always good at the start of the game. Just a speed demon. He's also got good defending and physicality as well, which is nice. Cavadio, I see him definitely more as a centre-back, but could do a job at left-back. Similar to Hincapie as well. They're more centre-backs for me, but the options are there. Rolfo, can't really go wrong if you're trying to get some Women's Super League cards in here. Man United as well. I mean, not 80, Hullet Gang, right? I'm used to saying 9 Golan Gang because of all the 90 plus stats on FC25, but Hullet Gang card now? Sure, brother, sign me up. Similar to Frimpong, almost like a carbon copy in how they're kind of formatted here. Bolde, insane. Speed, crazy. And anticipating jockey with a quick step, really good. I like Robinson, I like Kirkez as well. If you're on that kind of budget for the Premier League, Raul might be the guy when it comes to Bundesliga fullbacks for me. I think he's a good shout. I tell you what, right? Overlook the lack of balance here. Svava, really good card. She's 5'8" and lengthy, by the way. Like, the acceleration types are crazy this year, and she offers chemistry to the D1 Arkema, which, as you're probably aware if you're sessioning the game right now, is one of the most in-demand leagues, mostly due to a lot of premium attacking options in that league, who we'll touch on at some point in this video. 8 Nori, you cannot go wrong, and you can't go wrong with this man either. He's 81 rated now, but still crazy, bro. 4-star, 5-star. I'm not going to touch them for too long, man. You can't go wrong with a Ferland Mendy at this stage of the game. I'm actually going to search his price on the right of me here, just to double check, because I'm intrigued to see how much he's actually going for. Whilst we're doing that, Udogi, cracking card, as well as this man. If you can't afford Ferland Mendy, 6'1", Alvaro, I've been using him a fair bit recently in my new team. Really solid, man. So Mendy's going for about 20k, boys. So a bit premium for a lot of us out there, but still not a bad option, boys. Fran Garcia good as well. Nuno Tavares. I think once you get to the lower rated, you're mostly looking for speed more than anything at this stage of the game. There's a certain man who's not actually going to show up because I think he's out and out right back here. Jed Spence. Jed Spence, cracking card if you're on a budget. All right, so CDMs, boys. Kimmich extinct at 40k. At least he was. I'm not too sure if his price range is updated. Brilliant option for the Bundesliga. Patry also really good, a little bit more premium, but offers great chemistry links to the Liga F. Rice, Caicedo, premium Premier League picks there. Same with Tonali. Definitely more affordable this year. And that Box Crasher Plus is a little bit saucy, boys. I don't know if you've tried that role yet. I'll definitely be dropping some custom tactics with some CDMs on Box Crasher. So keep an eye out for those, boys. Kalanoglu, I think he was my first walkout this year. Talk about the Saudi League, though. It's N'Golo. And hyperlinks to Benzema and also Diaby. And he's got Box Crasher Plus, lads. So definitely a decent shout. I think for me, CDMs, there's two cards that stand out massively, right? And he's rumoured to get a team of the week as well. So hopefully he doesn't unpack that, and you do too, because 6'3" and lengthy in the midfield with intercept. He breaks at the play effortlessly. And choo-choo train here. Look at the play styles. Bruiser, relentless, jockey, intercept, anticipate, and aerial fortress, mate. What? And he's not even that expensive, which is crazy because Real Madrid, premium options, you can get this man and Camavinga for a fraction of the price of Gravenberch, right? This man is definitely premium. I think he's inflated mostly because of the Team of the Week hype, but Tchouaméni can't be overlooked as well. I took this man as the selection, similar to Stanisic on my RTG. One of you guys, I think it was Pepper James, shout out to you, bro, recommended it in the Twitch chat. And he's class, man. So I know a lot of you are rocking Endo out there as well. He's a really good option. I like Torreira on a budget if you've got serious Super League cards like your Yildiz. It's not Yildiz, it's Yilmaz. Yilmaz. We'll talk about Yildiz in a little bit. Guendouzi. Look at the playstyles. Like, dude. He's going to fit Evos as well. This man could be a menace. And of course, he's got the in-game hair trait. Nemeka, I know he was extinct at 10k. When you're 6'4", lengthy with 4-star skills, couple of plus rolls, not bad playstyles, and those stats at the start of the game, it kind of makes sense, man. I got lucky enough to pack him, I think day one, so I used him a little bit and he was pretty solid. Kessie, always a good shout for your Saudi League connections, which of course are definitely popular still right now, boys. Let me know as well, lads. I'm intrigued to see what kind of builds you guys have. Have you packed certain cards in heavy, like proper premium leagues, like your Premier Leagues, La Ligas, or are you going for the slightly unorthodox Saudi League options? Let me know down below in the comment section. And for CDMs, there's one more card I want to mention who is, he's not an out CDM, but as a CDM, this guy, yeah, he's something special. Tijani, 4-star. I think he might be the guy. I kid you not. I think he's 150, 160k. You don't have much when it comes to defensive playstyles, and that's definitely a kind of a theme for CDMs, but he is just everywhere, bro. Absolutely everywhere. Also, shout out to your premium La Liga picks here. Frankie de Jong always is one of my go-to CDMs on this game. Just having crazy nice dribbling is really nice. Also incisive, ticky, inventive, similar to Tijani Reinders. No defensive playstyles, but that is fine. And the two CDMs I've been rocking in this new 4-2-3-1, Luka Modric. Just love him, bro. Like every year, I think he's the guy. The dribbling's insane. And he's not the most physical, but I don't tend to notice it. And Mariona, second place in the Women's Ballon d'Or. She's insane, bro. Bought her for 32k when the game came out. I think she went up to like 90k yesterday. I don't know where she's at now. But a lot of these women's cards do get overlooked, man. And I think the market is definitely kind of readjusting to that at this stage. A lot of like big price spikes are happening. And Mariona should be a lot more expensive than 32k. Okay, so centre mids, and we've got the budget picks. Bonmati, Putellas. I do really like technical playstyle plus this year. Pedri, always decent. Always definitely underrated in a way. Mostly looking at the stats, right? 89 rating. But like the stats just don't reflect that whatsoever. In-game attributes are nice though, and the playstyle's there. Valverde, always one of the go-tos. We got Vitinha, another really good shout for the PSG, and similar to Modric in the way that they're both small but also really good on the ball, and having those really high dribbling stats at this stage of the game is a really, really nice addition. Frankie de Jong, of course, could play as a centre mid as well as a CDM for me. NWSL, honestly, Rose Lavelle, 4-star, 4-star, centre mid cam, with these stats and the ping pass, ticky, incisive, finesse, and game changer. She was good last year. I remember using her card with Wilson, Rodman, and I think it was the Squad Foundations. Yeah, she's brilliant, man. Kaichawi as well, another D1 Arkema pick. A lot of these women's cards, man, you can't overlook them at this stage of the game. They feel meta in game, they've got crazy stats, and for the most part, they're a lot more affordable. Kaichawi's brilliant there. Barella, always a good option for the Serie A. Gayoro, the card's crazy. The speed, dude, and the playstyles. Cracking card with a Relentless Plus. She now plays in the British Women's Super League though. She's transferred, I believe, to London City. So no longer getting that PSG chem, which is a bit unfortunate. Would have been nice. Scott McSauce, physical, powerful player. João Neves I do like as well. Probably more as an out-and-out centre mid. You could play him CDM. He's got press resistance, but for the most part, centre mid is where I think he shines because he's got the ability to stride forward as well. Super budget picks as well. Giuliano? Got there in the end, I'm pretty certain. And Greggy here, both play for Roma, and they're both cracking cards for the start of the game. DePaul, probably the guy for that Messi chem. He's just, yeah, pretty solid. Nothing like too really crazy though, but still a really good option nevertheless. This guy deserves a shout out, right? Bozdogan here. There's something about him in game that is just crazy. Like, he's so quick, so like fluid on the ball, and just everywhere. And for an essentially free SBC, super easy to get at least. Like, chemistry's tough, but as a super sub at least, you should be using this card or have him in and about your squad. Camavinga, a little bit more premium, but still a really good shout nevertheless. You can't really go wrong with players like Camavinga towards the start of the game. Now, this guy, bro, similar to Guendouzi, he's just stacked to the nines with insane playstyles, mate. Like incisive, long ball, intercept, anticipate, aerial fortress, relentless, and the precision header. Bro, and he gets the strong chemistry links to a certain Ademola Lookman, which in my opinion could be one of the craziest cards out there right now. Goretzka, always really good for the start of the game for the Bundesliga. Another D1 Arkema phenom is Crystal Dunn. She is 5'1", but the agility, the dribbling will carry the card. Big Joe, Zambo, physical options for the Prem. Same with Thuram if you're going for the Serie A route. I would say I prefer like a Guendouzi over this man. Even as a centre mid and CDM, I just think he had the better playstyle. Same with Edison. I think if you're on the Serie A kind of setup and you could get Guendouzi as well as Edison, you're doing something right there. Another one for the Spurs fans, bro. Like, I don't like doing this being an Arsenal boy, but Bergvall is pretty good. It's pretty good. He's a team of the week, so a bit more premium with the price, but still decent, and you can evolve him. Conor Gallagher, nice option for La Liga. Loftus-Cheek, another Serie A phenom. Like, you kind of get in the kind of build here. You're looking for the slightly more physical, powerful ball carriers here who are going to win the ball but can also carry out the back. Kone, I like the look of. Rios as well, if you're rocking the Liga Portugal. Slightly hard to chem in now, but just a few promos basically and we get some decent Liga Portugal cards. This man's going to be a popular option, especially for Evos. Like, he's got really good base stats, ready to go for an evolution. Paul Pogba as well, just for the vibes. And you know what? I actually use this man in Rush a little bit. And he's actually alright, you know. I feel like the pace, agility, balance, is just... He is a little bit slow, but at the same time, he's still okay on the ball. And once he gets a promo card, EA, please, 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 flashback. Don't be releasing promo cards in packs. Give us a flashback Pogba SBC so everyone can get him. That's the only way to do it, man. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me. But that's where we're going to call it for centre midfielders. Let me know if anyone I've missed in the comment section. Let's keep rolling. We're going to go to cams. And Ayoze Perez, I know he could play striker. And this Evo can actually play centre mid as well. But this is my guy for that cam striker position. I mentioned it I think it was like a week ago. I posted a video about starter cards. I mentioned Ayoze Perez and I was like, he's going to be premium. I remember buying him on the web app for 2k, by the way. first day of release, obviously, and he's shot up now. He's extinct at 10k, mostly due to this Evo and also chemistry to another Villarreal phenom, which is Nico Pepe. We'll talk about him shortly, but Iozi's brilliant. As a cam or a striker, if you can get this Evo, I would 100% recommend it. Let me quickly give an honourable shout out, by the way. I've been trying to get Portugal goals. I know a lot of you out there have as well. Bruno Fernandes, I know the speed isn't really there, but he's good. Really good. I was using him as a shadow striker in the 4-4-1-1, and I was getting goals with him. So if you're trying to do the Portugal objective for Eusebio, he could be a decent punt there. Coop Miners as well, another good option for the squad foundation. I feel like that pick, by the way, really, really good for the start of the game, especially RTGs. Like Endo on my RTG has been huge. Now cams, we got some options. We got some serious premium options. By the way, this card, I used them in draft. Wow, cracking card. But we're not here to talk about your super expensive icons. Let's talk about the more affordable, easily obtainable cards. I say easily obtainable. It's not easily obtainable, but Wirtz is insane if you're on a premium budget. Shadow Striker plus plus. Oh, he's got the plus. My bad. It's the Playmaker plus plus. Incisive. Playstyle plus. Mad. Now, Dabinia, undervalued at the start. I think the price has definitely kind of corrected itself now. The dribbling, like, if you've played the game, you know how fluid it feels. Like, most players can move and beat a player with the left stick, with the technical, the control sprint. Dabinia, it's a fidget spinner on the pitch, mate. She's so fast, so fast. Really nice option for the NWSL. Musiala, similar kind of story, a bit taller. Maybe not as quick on the ball, but that control sprint with the technical, with those agility and balance stats, mad. This guy, by the way, I kid you not, boys, speed, I don't think it matters for Cole Palmer. Having the Trivella as well for the inventive, but also the game changer, low driven, finesse, incisive. Something about him just works on this game. Being 6'1", a bit more physical. You could play him as a second striker. Does he have false 9? Oh, he has no plus rolls up front. But you've got Shadow Striker, almost perfect there. 4-4-1-1, Shadow Striker Palmer. You're going to be flying. I think he's about 50k. I think I bought him when he was around 50k. I don't know where he is now, though. I've sold him since then. Heaps, another really good option for the D1 Arkema. There's just stacked that league, man. Like, you've got so many crazy cards and easy ways to get players in on Chem. Dybala, big fan of this man as well. Definitely one of the best years for him, I think. Like, in other games he's been good, but this year, yeah, he's very, very good, man, for an 86 rated card. He almost outperforms the stats. Okay, I love this player, bro. Like, if you've been around the channel for a while, I sing his praises, probably going back like 3 years now. Like, in the reviews, he had to go to Spurs, didn't he, bro? Like, why? Why, Xavi? He's good in game as well, really good. And he's about 5-6k now. So Premier League connection, definitely look for him. Playstyles are there. The stats look a little bit underwhelming, but in game, I do really like him. Mateus Cunha also, similar to Xavi, stats on everything here. He can move in game and get your goals. If you're trying to do the Garincha objective, get Brazil goals, he's a good pick. Eze also really nice in game as well. Same with Katarina. She's crazy. And then some lower rated cams, by the way. Furman's brilliant. A little bit expensive because he's a team of the week, but still a really nice punt nevertheless. Morgan Rogers I like using a little bit also. This guy, 4-star, 5-star. I'll be streaming today, by the way. Probably, I might be live by the time this video goes live, so go check out the streams. I've got the team of the week pack or pick very soon, so I need this guy on the RTG. Yildiz is quality. 4-star, 5-star, future Evo potential is going to go huge with this man, and I'm ready for it, bro. I would say he's more of an out-and-out playmaker than like probably a shadow striker, though. Anderson Talisca, dude, insane once again. I was using him mostly on my RTG, and he scores goals. 86 shooting with the game changer playstyle, and those Trivella finishes, they are nice. They're not as overpowered from outside the box, but they're still good. And Kunku, really good budget option. Same with Vicky Lopez. Got to shout her out, man. 5'3", just a really good cheap option. If you're on a budget and you pack like a, let's say a Bonmati, a Salma, untradeable, you can get in Vicky Lopez for a nice bit of chemistry. Ahmad as well, Ahmad Diallo, used him a fair bit. I think day 1 or day 2 on stream, he was really nice. And also, one more player I want to shout out, actually in this position, instead of his default, is Esteval, right? He's a right mid. I played him as a cam. Dude, this man is going to be something special. I'm talking promo cards, I'm talking Evos. This is going to be the guy to keep an eye out for, okay? So if you can club stock one, get him in your club, save it for a rainy day, and thank me later. Okay, so let's go over to right midfield, and I'm going to highlight this man. He is only attainable by winning the daily tournament thing, so it's a bit of a sweat fest to get him, but if you can, the 86 pace is a lie, and I'm pretty certain you've played against him. I faced the combination of acceleration, agility, and balance. He's one of the quickest cards I've used. I kid you not. I am flying down the wing with him, and I think he's fantastic. And obviously going to be really nice for those England squads once we do eventually end up getting there. I also want to shout out Semenyo. I've only used him for a few games, but he's been really good for me. Gives me like a very similar vibe to Rafa Leao. Like, I think they're the same height, 6'2", 6'1". Okay, the way they kind of feel on the ball is very similar. Rafa just has a bit more speed and a bit more lethal finishing than a Semenyo, but still a good option. Talk about budget, boys. And I think this should be an SBC that you consider. No matter where you are right now in your FC26 journey, Nico Pepe the Showdown, potential is through the roof with the +1 upgrade, as well as a roll ++. If they give him advanced forward ++, or they'll probably be inside forward for the wing, right? You never know. I wouldn't mind a striker one, but it's just something about him in game that feels good, right? Especially because the gameplay's quick, he feels quick, the footwork's there, and those left foot finesse shots are sublime with Mr. Dzeko. But let's go over to concepts. Of course, we'll cover right mids and also right wingers. This video might be a little bit longer, by the way, so I hope you do enjoy. Hopefully I'm not waffling for too long. Your obvious premium options I'm not going to talk about. Salah, Lamine, you know they're good. Elise, I actually reviewed him yesterday. He's okay for 5k around there. He's good, but there's definitely better options out there. Lack of speed, I feel like they've done the card a bit dirty. Talking about better options, Trinity Rodman. Striker as well is an option for this card, but I think she's an out-and-out right mid / winger. Fantastic playstyles, and Trickster. I love the rainbow flick animation with Trickster. It's so good. Same with the fake shot. She's just always overpowered, and I think back to last year when I had her Team of the Week card. So good, man. Cascarino, if you're on a slightly lesser budget, 5-star, 2-star. She's basically almost a carbon copy of Rodman in the way that they're both seriously fast and ridiculous on the ball, but Rodman does have the quick step playstyle plus, which elevates the card. Lauren James this year as well. Crazy. She was like the go-to when it came to speed boost at the start of last year. Of course, speed boosts are basically gone now. 5-star, 4-star, lengthy with rapid. Bro, she's an absolute machine. Quick step, enforcer, trickster, 91 strength. I actually might try and get her into one of my teams at some point. I think the chemistry might be a bit of an issue for me right now, but she could be a good punt. Inaki Williams, every year, just an absolute machine. And he is once again, if you're using this man as a right mid striker, you're in safe hands, boys. Diaby, speed phenom, you can't really go wrong there. There's actually a fair few decent options when it comes to right mid, by the way, boys, which we're going to cover. Adeyemi, I would say, is more of a left-sided player, in my opinion, but still, speed and quick step. Yace as well. Really good for that NWSL connection on a budget. Chiesa, just, you know he's good. If you played the game last year, you know what to expect of a player like that. You cannot go wrong with Federico Chiesa. Pedro Neto, similar kind of story. I think he's more of a left-sided player, mostly because he's left-footed. But you could play him on the right, cutting in with finesse shots, of course. Trivelas aren't really a thing anymore, so you kind of want to utilize finesse shots more. So cutting in with right mids and left mids works more nicely now. Daniel Marlon, really nice. He's going to get a promo card, I am sure of it. I tell you what, flashback Daniel Marlon. I'm here for that, bro. Absolutely here for it. Let's go over to right wingers. Of course, Esteval, who I touched on more of a cam. I think he's really good on the right also. So Diani, crazy. She's definitely more of a striker for me, I think, with the finesse shot playstyle plus, though. False 9++ as well. Really interesting base playstyles. She's crazy, and it's another D1 Arkema Phenom. I've not actually used my boy yet. I need to use the star boy. If you've tried Saka, let me know if he's any good. I can imagine him being deadly cutting in with those left foot finesse shots, so I might look to pick him up. Lionel Messi. It might be a year, boy. You're still going. I tell you that. The dribbling, yeah, this guy glides across the pitch. He's not the quickest, and it is noticeable at times, but mostly the footwork is all you really need. Just hold right bumper and you will fly with a Leo Messi card. This guy, oh, bro, 5-star, 4-star. Doué special. He's special in this game. I absolutely love him. I have sold him now, mostly because I'm trying to get the objectives done for the silvers, but This guy's insane. And I think when it comes to my first FUT Champs team, I might be keeping out for Doué again. I think he's brilliant, boys. Definitely one to consider. Rodrigo, always good. Same with Pulisic. Nice option for Serie chemistry. He's actually crazy if you look at his card, by the way. Like, super well-rounded for the start of the game. I think his budget, he's not quite as budget as last year, but he's still decent. And Buemo, really good pick. Let me know if you've used this man. Are you using him as a striker or an out-and-out winger? I think for me, even with the 2-star weak foot, I would maybe lean to use him as a striker, mostly utilising the Trivela, the left foot across goal there. Phil Foden as well, you can't overlook at this stage of the game. The body type, especially this year, and the way he feels with the quick dribbling is better than ever. So Foden's a good shout if you like super fast, responsive players. Antony, actually really good this year. I used him a little bit. I think he's great. Same with Savinho, similar kind of players. Alanga, budget pick. Athenia as well. Once again, if you go in the Liga F route, she's cheap as chips. Oh, Shirky. I actually probably could have mentioned him for cams. 5-star, 5-star. I think he's more of a cam. Similar to Foden, but he's got more of a stocky body type. It's the dribbling. Trickster Playstyle Plus as well. Works really nicely. Kudus. Once again, you've got that kind of very, very similar carbon copy-esque kind of players here with your Chukwueze, Madueke, your Kudus. They're all very similar on paper and basically offer the same thing in game. You can't really go wrong with speed and good dribbling if you're on a budget in this position. All right, so let's go to the left then. And as I referenced, cutting in this year is important. Finesse shots are there. Rafael, I've only used a little bit, but I'm liking what I'm seeing, man. The speed. He feels special in game with the Trickster as well. And of course, the Portugal chemistry is important. Oh, Portugal chemistry, I say Portugal goals are important for the objective for Mr. Eusebio. Rafinha, mad. Wrighton, mad, of course. Mallory. It's that NWSL connection, man. Hurinda, Rodman, and also Wilson work together really nicely. And she's not actually that expensive. Talking about expensive, though. This guy, and I think they've definitely juiced in this year. He was good last year, even better this year with the finesse on the cut-ins as well, boys. 5-star weak foot if you just want to go with a left foot across goal. Really good option, Nico Williams. Now, Luis Diaz, striker or left mid? That is the question. I think me personally, I see him more as a left midfielder. And he is almost perfect for it, cutting in on his right foot with the finesse shots. Even without the finesse shot playstyle, it won't be as effective, but it'll still be decent. Now, Philogene is a decent punt, you know. I really like this card. 4-star, 5-star, chemistry's tough. But once again, like, you could get ways in to get him into your England team maybe or something like that. I think he could be a card that might go up at some point as well as he goes out of packs going into Wednesday. So maybe keep an eye out and club stock one of them. This guy, boys, Zikagny. He looked insane last year, right? This year, he's just mad. Like, look at the playstyles. Intercepting there for the vibes. Why not? Win the ball up high and stride. Quick, powerful, direct, and can find the back of the net. Syria starter teams look for this man. Cody Gakpo, pretty standard. Nothing really to write home about, but he is solid. I do like Gnabry and Kundananji. They're always good at the start of the game. Have you seen my review for this, man? If not, go check it out, boys. What have they done to Marcus Rashford? You look at the stats, it's his worst card in ages, but he's just so good. Of course, as I mentioned, this video has been a little bit long. I think I've been recording now for a fair chunk of our time here, so hopefully you guys are still enjoying this. Kvara, probably one of my favourite left wingers. Lauren Hemp, decent. Chawinga as well. Claudia Pina. Once again, the women's cards getting overlooked price-wise. Lengthy 5'6" and just speed phenom. And then the low-driven playstyle plus 4-star, 5-star. I think when I packed her, she was like 5k. I had her with Bon Mati for a little bit. You would have seen it in the reviews. Just scores goals for fun with the low driven. And once again, she's still so affordable. Like, you can't go wrong with cards like this. Heung-min Son maybe might get a team of the week because I believe he scored a hat-trick. But I think it was on the Wednesday the team of the week came out. So maybe that he won't quite qualify. But Sonny's always a really good option, man. The other Chawinga, great card. Linda Caicedo, I think, is like 5k. And Liga F chemistry with technical and speed. She'll cook, man. I also really like Bradley Barkler. Linked him up with Doué. I've actually got a review for this guy on the channel. I think he's great. All of these 5, actually, bro. I think this whole page, minus the video because it's a bit expensive, are just insane, all right? Speed, dribbling, that's what we need in this position. And these guys have it. Salma, cracking card. She can play as a striker as well. Once again, the Liga F, you're just stacked for choices, man. Trossard, 4-star, 5-star, if you're on a budget, is a decent option. David Neres? What did I say? Neres. David Neres, 5-star, 3-star. Gabby Martinelli, what a goal, by the way, against Man City. Donnarumma got spun with a little dink. Loriente, insane base playstyles. Trickster, Game Changer, Finesse, Incisive, Syria, Budget, Doku as well, one of the trickiest cards I've played against. He's so fast and really technical on the ball. I really do like a bit of Jeremy Doku, man. And I think that's going to be it for wingers, man. Let me know once again if I missed anybody. But there's just so many fun, exciting cards at this stage of the game. Okay, then. Last but not least, it's time. We're going to touch on this man straight away, okay? Because Victor Gyökeres. The Arsenal bias was there. I was hyped. Enforcer Playstyle Plus is pretty crazy, right? Don't overdo it, but used in small doses is crazy powerful. Press proven, quick step, low driven, finesse, power shot. I will say this year more than ever, having a powerful strike, not just a power shot playstyle, but just shot power and great shooting is crazy nice. Him and Harry Kane, two of the best finishers I've used. Like, you just put your foot for it, it's in the back of the net. And he is for sure the guy for me right now if you can get him. And I think he's about 200 oh no, he's still in the 200k. Okay, so definitely premium but still affordable. Hugo Ekitike, just crazy overpowered, similar to Rashford. I bought him for 29k. He's definitely dropped a little bit. Once he fits an evo that gives him like a finesse playstyle plus, maybe a little bit of a juice to the shooting and passing, you'll be flying with this card, but equally still overpowered. Edin Dzeko, I do really like as a punt for the Serie A. I think if you've got a Serie A core or you're a diehard Serie A fan, Dzeko's going to be a shout. Now strikers, there are a lot of players to cover, so this stint might be a little bit long. As I mentioned, you know these players are good, okay? I'm not going to talk about Mbappe, Haaland, Dembele, because you know they're decent. I will talk about Harry Kane. He's only about 180k when I bought him yesterday. I reviewed him yesterday as well. Lengthy, 6'2". The acceleration, it's noticeable. He's not the quickest, but the footwork is still there. And finesse shot playstyle plus, he's the only player I've been able to score outside the box with. I kid you not. The finesse shots from distance are there with King Harry Kane. Definitely one to keep an eye out for. I've not tried Russo as of yet. I've not used Isak either. I need to try him out, bro. Anyone used him? 4-star, finesse again. I can imagine him being really good. A nice combination of speed, but also fantastic finishing. Martinez, always overlooked at the start of the game. Same with Katoto. And a lot of the Women's League cards, as we mentioned, they always get overlooked. Pajor here, I believe yesterday when I was looking at a card, she was like 18k. 3-3 is a bit of a letdown. But finesse with good shooting, yes, sir. Wilson, just crazy cracked at the start. A little bit expensive though. Osimhen on a budget, really good. Just chemistry links are definitely where you're going to struggle with that card. Even Girassi, similar to Kane, they're almost very, very similar. It's the finesse shot, man. And if you're moving slow and trying to bait your opponent to overcommit, you could punish with a card like Girassi. Alvarez, always really solid at the start of the game as well. I did warn you when I said there's a lot of players we're going to cover here. Might be the most in-demand striker right now, boys. She was about 50k. She shot up to 100k yesterday. Probably dropped down a bit. But D1 Arkema, I've said it a lot in this video, is a league to be looking at if you want meta cracked cards on this game. And Demorne is the definition of meta and cracked. Mateo, also a decent shout from the same league. Banda, a great pick for NWSL. He's good. He's actually really good. If you can get him on chemistry, right? And you try and do the Portugal objective, this is definitely the play. CR7 will deliver the goods for you with goals. And on the ball, he feels good enough. And not super fast, but good enough for sure. Griezmann, a really good option once again. Not as good as previous years, but still crazy nice. It's a shame he doesn't have the finesse shot playstyle plus. If he did, I'll be all about it. Still with chip shot. He is good. He is good. Marcus Thuram, Benzema as well. He's currently the striker on the RTG, delivering the goods. And the fact that you can also play Cam, same with Griezmann, is a nice option for squad building. Marmoush might be one of the most popular options as a striker, as a Cam. Just everything about him is overpowered at this stage of the game. Review on the channel for that one if you would check him out. Rutela looks interesting as well on a budget. Same with Alba Redondo here. I've actually used Redondo a little bit in draft. Lookman. Adamola. Just look, man, trust me, he is, he's crazy. 4-star, a lot of insane Serie A cards we've covered in this video. The get strong links to this man. Just try him out, boys. He is a dangerous player on this game. I really like him. Same with Moise Ken as well. Openda and Lookman, same team. You're going to cause your opponent an absolute headache, that is for sure. Ayoze Perez, of course, we touched on. Now, Naz, actually really good in game. 5-star, she has that meta kind of feel on the ball. And for an objective card, if you're running an RTG, definitely keep an eye out for her, man. She is a decent option once again. Oshwala, hold up, let me go on for .gg. Is Oshwala on the game? Because someone told me she moved to the Saudi League, and I don't think she's obtainable. If she is actually an option, she could be a good punt for your early game starter squads, man. Yeah, okay. Fortunately, she's extinct. I think she's not on the game. Correct me if I'm wrong, and she actually is just extinct because of the price. Ramirez, crazy card, and could be a decent way to get chemistry to a Lauren James. It's just the Colombia links as well. Could be tough, so you might need to home in on those Chelsea connections. She's just a tank, by the way. Like, her and Lauren James, just physical, quick, and really good in front of goal, man. Visser, good option for the start of the game. Always decent when you've got stats like that in the Premier League. You cannot complain. Even players like Mateta and Kai Havertz, the bigger players this year, they're still usable, man. That's what makes this game so enjoyable right now, is the variety of cards you can get away with using. Like your Jonathan Davids, crazy nice, but equally at the same time, your bigger kind of players, like your Aubameyangs, your Tonys, maybe not Aubameyang, you just caught my eye for a second there. I do miss Auber at Arsenal, by the way. It's a shame how it ended, but we're not here to talk about that, boys. Your bigger players like Tony, they're usable on this game, and I'm all for that, man. Kola Mawani. I've probably had, I'd say, the most comments on my videos saying this is the guy. Like, a lot of you guys are rocking this man, and it's understandable. I think he might actually still be extinct at the time of recording. Gonna quickly double check on Footbin, on Foot.gg. He's 8k actually, he's affordable now. Something about him in game, he fits that kind of mold, similar to a Lookman. On paper, not as good, but still a really nice shout. Same with Seshko. A lot of people abusing the height and the flick downs and the high, big looping crosses, him getting on the end of it, he can score you goals. That's where we're going to leave it. As I mentioned, I usually do top 10 players, but this time round, so many fun cards are obtainable and usable in different budgets. I kind of wanted to group them all together in one video. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know how your team's looking, how you're enjoying the game. Favorite players, let me know in the comment section. As I said earlier, subscribe if you're new. On the road to 50k subs. Get out and get a step closer. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I'll catch you later.